Hey guys, it's Jane and Lynn with that Titus 2 Life. Today we're taking another look at the names and the attributes of God. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there. Go ahead and do that because we've been doing this throughout the month of November and I don't want you to miss any of these. So you can go back on my profile and get caught up. But today, the name and the attribute of God that we're studying is Yehovah Ma'ozi. Yehovah Ma'ozi, and it means I am your fortress. So what does it mean when God says, I am your fortress? So according to the Strong's Concordance reference number H553, fortress is rock, and that is Selah in Hebrew, Selah, rock. Also, if you're going to translate it literally, fortress in Hebrew, according to Strong's, reference number 4686 means Matsud. Matsud, that is fortress in Hebrew. It is defined as such, to be lofty, a craggy rock, literally and figuratively a fortress, a ragged rock, a stronghold, and then stones. So Oxford's dictionary defines fortress thusly: a military stronghold, especially a strongly fortified town fit for a large garrison. What is a garrison? Check this out. According to Strong's, a garrison are the troops stationed in a fortress or a town to defend it. So you got the Lord of Heaven's armies who declares that he is our fortress. And then we're to go out on his behalf and to protect his kingdom for him down here. And he is going to be our fortress. So we're in heaven's army. And we are fighting the battles down here because this is not our home. That he is going to fortify our city and keep it strong. He is our fortress. Let's deep dive a little bit further. The Lord of Heaven's army says, I am your fortress. I am Yehovah Ma'ozi. Psalms 18:2, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock in whom I take refuge. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation and my stronghold. So what is a horn? Strong's Concordance reference number H7161 says that horn in Hebrew is keran, a peak of a mountain, a ray of light, power. Psalm 31:3, since you are my rock and my fortress, for the sake of your name, lead me and guide me. Psalm 71:3, be my rock of refuge to which I can always go. Give the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Psalm 91 verse 2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I can trust. And then finally, Psalm 144 verse 2. And of course, there are many, many Bible references that God declares that he is our fortress. But again, Psalm 144:2, he is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples under me. Under the will of God, our Heavenly Father, is protection. And I know some of you might be saying, yeah, but such and such happened to me and it hurt me. This life is a battlefield. Fiery darts are all around us at all times. Joseph and his coat of many colors could argue the same. His brothers threw him into a pit to die, and he was rescued by some men who weren't really great. From there, he was made into a position with the king, and the king's wife came on to him. Talk about a narcissist. When Joseph told her no and ran out of the house, she kept his coat and declared charges against him, saying that he forced himself upon her. He was then tossed into a dungeon, but God still wanted to use him and saved him, and he saved his people from starvation and famine for such a time as this. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Take refuge in that, friends. that God knows way more than we could possibly know. And then his vantage point is way different than ours. And in our small heads, we cannot grasp the power and the knowledge of God. The stars, who can count them but him? He knows the number of hairs on your head. So just trust into God when he says, I am your fortress. He's going to protect you, the garrison within his fortified city. Let me pray for you before we leave. May the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he lift up his countenance to you and give you peace. Yavarekaka Adonai v'yishmereka. Ya'er Adonai panavaleka v'huneka ye'isa Adonai panavaleka v'yasimleka shalom. Till tomorrow.